Alright guys, I wrote a book. Now, a lot of people are asking me the same questions. What was it like? What was the process like to write a book? So let me talk about that in this video. Stay there, buddy. So first of all, writing a book is maybe the hardest thing you're ever going to do. Now, I don't shy away from hard things. So in the last year, I've gone for my annual snow ride. I felled a tree with an axe. And I got into the boxing ring as a beginner for a competitive spar. But saying all that, writing a book, I'll tell you this much, is maybe the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Let's preface by quoting Ernest Hemingway. There's nothing to writing. All you do is sit at a typewriter and bleed. Guess what? To writing a book, I agree with him. The whole process is painful. The process of articulating your thoughts into words, then having all your jumbled ideas arranged in a format that makes sense to be presented in a book. The editing of the book, the refining, it's all hard work. And it never ends. It's trench warfare till the very end. You don't believe me? Try figuring out the difference between a hyphen, an N hyphen, and an M hyphen in order to present your book in a presentable manner. Every detail counts. Procrastination, that's what it involves. In order to write a book, you gotta feel strongly about the topic. That's perhaps the reason why only 2 to 3% of people finish writing a book. So writing and being an author, it's a traumatic experience. Actually, even yesterday, I had to finish writing up a business plan. I cleaned my car for 45 minutes before getting to it. You'll do everything before you get down to writing, because it's hard. So that's point one. Point two, delayed versus instant gratification. The whole process is delayed. You're not going to receive any instant gratification. You're going to be delayed in editing. You're going to be delayed in getting it published. It's a long, laborious process. It's the perfect antidote to modern society that demands instant gratification. To really finish writing a book, you've got to be a warrior. And on the point of being a warrior, let me quote the famous Greek philosopher Heraclitus. Not to be confused with the famous modern-day female philosopher, my hero is my clitoris. Anyways, this is what Heraclitus said about war. Out of every 100 men on the battlefield, 10 shouldn't be there. 80 are just targets, 9 are real fighters, and they make the battle. But the one is a warrior, and he'll bring the others back. So you gotta be a warrior to write. It's delayed gratification. 1 out of 100 people you send it to, you're gonna get that one comment. That one detailed comment that'll make your day. And maybe, just maybe, that one comment will come from your son. So that's point 2, delayed versus instant gratification. Point 3, admiration. If you actually go through with publishing a book, you'll receive admiration. I've made hundreds, if not thousands, of videos. I'm lucky to get a thumbs up emoji when I send it to my friends and family. I'm saying lucky, that's how modern day society communicates with one another. Anyways, that's the point of another video. Back to admiration. People know it's trench warfare. People know that in order to publish a book, you gotta be a warrior. You'll get lots of admiration being a writer. I spent my 30s in Brazil. All of a sudden now, I've got messages from women I haven't spoken to in 15 years asking about this book. For these women, this is what I gotta say. Desculpa, meninas, tenho uma família, tenho compromisso. Anyways, that's point 3. It's a respected art to write. You will get admiration. Point 4, marketing. You can have the best book in the world, but if you don't know how to market, it's going to sit on the shelf. Now it's a dichotomy, writing and marketing. Can you do both? I don't know. My point in writing was just to finish, so I'm not really going for mass appeal. I'll look into marketing, but that's a whole different type of work, marketing. I prefer writing, I prefer creating. So understand that. If you're going to write a book and you don't know how to market it, understand that you'll be doing it for yourself, for your children, a unless you know how to market it. Point 5, liberation. Writing is a liberating act. Actually, the whole process of publishing a book you've written is maybe one of the most liberating things you can do for yourself. Think about it. It's like standing naked in front of the world saying, this is what I believe in. You're going against conformity and what society demands of you, feeling free to say what you want. Guess what? That's liberation. That's freedom. Freedom to express yourself with confidence in writing is the very definition of liberation. So writing is a liberating act. Point 6, creation and storytelling will never die. The creative process is possibly going to be able to be replicated by ChatGPT and artificial intelligence now. You don't believe me? Just go to ChatGPT, Grok, or any other artificial intelligence and ask them to write a book for you. You can have it written without grammatical errors and then have it published online probably in less than 24 hours. But that creative act, the art of storytelling, that'll never die. That creative act, allowing storytelling to be displayed in what you wrote, that's really what it's all about. And that cannot be replicated by artificial intelligence. So that's my feedback as a first-time writer. You want to get my book? Just search on Amazon, RIP Public Schools. Thank you for watching.